Record. Welcome to Coach Basics of March. Today is March 10th, and today is our first call. So Nadine, take it away.
Hi everyone, welcome. I'm excited to get started and see a few faces anyway tonight. I don't know how much you guys have gone through your online office training and how much you've gone through the videos and all the training stuff that they provide in there, but I just wanted to go over a few things that are pretty important to our business. I wanted to start with the 3 vital behaviors, which the first one is inviting. Sending out friend requests and inviting people to your challenge groups, inviting people to business opportunity. I mean, that's basically the main part of our business, so that is very important. Second vital behavior is be proof the product works. So if you're doing a program, if you're drinking your Shakeology every day and you're using it and you're passionate about it and you're going to be proof that the products work, so people will believe what you're saying. They'll trust you when they know that you're using the products too. Also, along with that, I find it's important to do a program full the whole way through instead of jumping from doing one upper body in one program and then doing yoga from another program. I find it's important to pick a program straight through. That way everything about the program. You can answer questions about it and people can see how it worked for you and you can give really good advice about it. And that makes it easier too when you're talking to someone.
That's what I'm saying. You have to put on a bunch of weight to cut that down.
Find the right program for them. And of course, the last vital behavior is personal development. I know sometimes in Wild Impact, you'll see people posting about what personal development that they're reading. Right now, I'm still listening to The Energy Bus, which is a really good one, but there's like a whole list of really great books.
No, I'm not upset about it either.
Can help you develop yourself. It helps motivate you. It helps you to learn to be there's some that focus on, this type of work, that focus on network marketing. So it's always good to be improving yourself as you move along in this business so you could learn new things and grow. Let's see. Those are the 3 vital behaviors. Anyone have any questions about them before I move on?
Because you could win the best other stuff.
Somebody needs to mute their line.
I know, and I'm just throwing it at you.
I'm not sure who's not muted.
I don't know.
Somebody that called in is not muted, and I can hear their phone conversation.
I don't hear it anymore. Maybe they muted.
I think they're muted. Okay.
Does anyone have any questions about the 3 vital behaviors? No? Okay.
I don't.
So going hand in hand with inviting is also forming. If you've looked in your training in the online office, you'll see that the best way to get to know people is to use the forming method, which stands for family, occupation, recreation, and then message. And it basically tells you to find out about people, ask lots of questions, and don't just meet somebody and jump right in do you want to do 21-day fix? No, you talk to them, you find out about them, you see how you could help them, you see if they need your help. So, if you're talking about family, you say, where do you live? How many kids do you have? Stuff like that. And then for occupation, of course, what do you do? Do you like your job? What would you change about your job? What types of challenges do you have at your job? And then for recreation, that's always an easy one. What do you like to do for fun? Do you play any sports? Do you have any hobbies? And then once you feel like you have gotten to know someone pretty well, that's where the message comes in. And part of the message process is inviting. And that's, of course, one of the 3 vital behaviors. Does anyone have any questions about forming?
No, that's a handy trick. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's all in the, if you go on your online office, and there's a tab that says news and training, and then you click on that, then you click on training, and then there's so much information in there. The first one says go, and the next one says coach, and then it goes up like emerald, diamond, and there's all different trainings in there for each step as you move along through your rank advancements. Also in there is the I think it's the 5-step inviting process, which is a really great tool to at least look through, and then as you move along, you can revisit it. But it basically tells you like how to start inviting and then how to bridge from one step to the next step. And it kind of gives you like, okay, if someone says this, you can say this. If someone says that, then you can answer in this way. So it's good to read through all that stuff and just become familiar with it. And then as you need to, you can go back and revisit it. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. Kim, was there anything else I was supposed to cover?
I was just going to say one thing about if you're forming with somebody and you get stuck and you're not really sure how to respond, if you're on IM or you're texting, well, not so much texting, but if you're on IM, you could always just stop talking and kind of like call your upline and say, I don't know how to respond, and send them a screenshot of your conversation. And then your upline or your star upline or us or whatever, we could help you how to answer a question. Because in the beginning, and it happens to me sometimes still, you just don't know how to respond. You're like, you get stumped and you're like, oh, I don't know what to say and I don't want to say the wrong thing. So don't ever feel like that's what you lean on your uplines for, or us or whoever, your star upline. So anybody, that is above you, to help and guide you, because you're going to need that support sometimes. I do it all the time. Like, I'm like, I don't know what to say. At this point, I'm like, everything's going great. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, they just threw me for a loop. So, you just send it off. You could just take a snapshot of it and send it to your upline, and it'll help you answer and give you an idea of how to respond, because it happens to all of us.
Yeah, I still do it too.
Yeah, it's really great. I mean, because people stop IMing all the time. Like, you just get busy and you just kind of go off Facebook, and, you don't feel like you have to continue, you don't have to answer them immediately. You don't even have to say, I'll get back to you on that. You just kind of get off and, reach out to whoever you can and find out how to answer the question. It's very helpful. So I'm trying to think. I think that you covered a lot of the forming, and I know this is all new to you guys, and it's like foreign language, but if you're following along in Coach Basics in the training, you're going to learn all of this. And if you go back into your Coach Online office, it's all in there as well. So you want to, in the beginning, you want to find as much info as you can to help you, and watch as many videos and get as much knowledge as you can to help you get going. And that's why Coach Basics is so awesome. And that's why we stress so much to follow along and don't get behind, because if you get behind, you kind of get overwhelmed, and then you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so lost. And then you kind of have to, stop, or maybe can start up the next month, because it gets overwhelming. And it does, because we move fast and there's a lot of information we cover quickly. So that's really about that. I'm going to talk to you about Facebook. I love Facebook, so I'm excited to talk to you about social media. I'm not going to talk to you about any other social media other than Facebook, because I could talk for days about Facebook. But I'm just going to cover the basics about basically what your profile picture and your cover picture. So I'm going to start with that. So your profile picture should be you. A good, nice, clear photo of you. So they have something they see, they can connect, they have a face, a nice face to connect with. My son's calling me. I'm so sorry. James, I'm on a call. No, you have to get it yourself. So, and then your cover photo, I don't know if you guys worked on your cover photo at all. The bigger, do you know what the cover photo is? The top photo. There's a great, you could do it through on your computer. It's called Canva, Canva. And it's a free, it's free. It's just like you could create great photos. So like they do a Facebook cover. You could click on Facebook cover page and you'll create the exact size. This is great for challenge groups as well. So you could add any photo. You could put add all kinds of images, smaller, and then create one large one. And then you could put text on it. You could do all sorts. So you upload your images, your photos, like say you want your family, anything that represents you, maybe a picture of you working out, maybe a picture of you and your family, or whatever it may be, a picture of you, the ocean, I don't know, whatever it may be. But always try to make sure they're nice and clear. That's the most important thing, that they're nice and clear and they symbolize you in some aspect. Because that's like your storefront. So that's the first thing that people see when they get onto your page.
Come on.
Also, we're having you post and tag us for your assignments. And the reason we're doing that, it's not because we just want you to tag us. We're trying to get you used to tagging people in your, and first of all, so we could see you did your assignment. So we don't want you to take a photo for your assignment and put it into the group. We want you to put it on your personal wall, because you're basically announcing that you're a coach now. And the reason why we have you tag us is so we know that you did we could find you. It comes up very easy for us. And also to get used to tagging people, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Facebook, but I'm going to pretend you're not. So when you tag people, it goes through their social media as well. So say you tag 5 people, you just, instead of say you have 400 friends and they have 400 and you tag 5 people, it goes through like, a lot of people versus just 500 friends. It'll go through like 2,000 friends or 2,500 friends. So it's very,
I
very
forgot the
helpful to
stupid
tag
thing again.
people, like good friends. Somebody needs to mute their line. I think Kelly. I think it was Kelly. Okay, thank you. So tagging is really, really important. And that's why we are having you do that, posting on your personal page and tagging us so we could see it, but it's just getting you into the habit of tagging. Did you guys know that about tagging, that it goes through everybody's news feed and anybody that you tag? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'm pretending that you guys don't know anything about Facebook. A lot of people do, but some people don't. I wouldn't suggest, and I highly recommend that you never share anybody else's. So you say you find something from somebody, you see an image or you see a great post. Don't ever share somebody else's post, because guess what? You're just advertising for that person, not for you. So you could find a great image, take a snapshot of it, and then make it your own. Even if it's a recipe, don't share somebody else's recipe, because it's coming from them now. It's not you. So does that make sense? Like a lot of times I see so-and-so shared. And it's like, oh, don't do that, because it's like it's not you anymore. It's Nadine, it's like you're advertising Nadine. You're not advertising Heather. You know what I mean? So that's really, really important. So I always suggest finding top coaches and see how they post, and watch their writing, and follow anybody and see how they post. Maybe not, I would say top coaches to see how they post, because obviously they know what they're doing. So you'll see they never share anybody's post ever. So, And also, I was talking to Nadine about this earlier, about never cursing, and don't like write, just, this is you. Now, all of a sudden, now you're a coach. Now people are watching you. So whatever you put, you can't take back. So if you're having a bad day, you can maybe post about it and turn it around into a positive, but don't like, oh, this traffic sucks and blah, 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 like rag on. I'm just trying to think of I can't think of anything like besides something like that. But try not to curse, and because remember, this is your storefront. This is you. People are following you and they're watching you, and you don't want to have that image because it's not really positive. And we're like, Beachbody's a positive, or positive people. So we don't want people to think, we all have bad days, but we don't want to post about it. And that's really all I want to say about that. Let's see.
Also, this year, especially with the presidential election, it's good to stay away from politics.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you
Absolutely.
write, you're not changing anyone's mind anyway. Everyone has their opinions. Everyone is usually pretty set in that. So sometimes when you post stuff, it just causes like these big debates on your page. And sometimes they get nasty. Even if you didn't mean it to be nasty, sometimes people will start fighting in your comments of your own post. So I tend to stay away from anything political. I don't even like to comment on anything political. Whether I agree or disagree, I just kind of stay away from it.
Another thing too, when posting, I know it gets a little tricky as new coaches, and it does for all of us, about what to post, right? Like 3 times a day we're supposed to post. So, I've been on so many calls with top coaches and what to post. So think in the beginning, think of like 5 things that you like that represent you. Like maybe you are into cooking and you like healthy recipes. And so that could be a post. Motivational stuff, your workouts, different hobbies that you have, post about your family. Posting is always a little tricky. It gets a little, you get like, oh, I don't know what to post. It happens to me all the time. And just don't post a post. Don't write something. Just, if you don't have anything and you can't think of it, don't just post a post. You want to add value to your page.
Were you hanging out the window? Were you hanging out the window?
There we go. So like your workout could be one. You don't want to overkill it. Right now we're having you tag yourself on your personal wall with your workout. That's great in the beginning. People are starting to follow you. They're starting to see you're leading, either starting a new journey, or maybe you are a fitness fanatic or whatever, and you're posting all that. That's fine. But once you're done with Coach Bases, you're going to change things up a little bit. Now, new coaches, we have you posting about drinking your shake and talking about your Shakeology and stuff like that. Eventually, once you're done with this month, we're going to change things up when you're posting. Your posting is going to be a little bit different. We're just trying to get you used to posting. And it makes it easy because it's like 1 or 2 posts a day. One would be your workout, one is a Shakeology, whatever. It, makes it a lot easier. So what else do I want to talk about? Anybody have any questions about Facebook? About how to utilize it, or
Shut the window.
anybody? You could unmute. No? Are you okay with posting, or have you guys been posting regularly? Trying?
Yeah, no, not really.
It's no, that's awesome for being honest. That's great because, who just said that? Amy. Okay, Amy, it is important. We suggest that you post 3 times a day. And like I said, all the things that I touched on, it's important because especially once you announce, you're a little behind in the training. We're only in day 4, so you're a little behind. So one of them was announcing that you're a Beachbody coach and telling your story. You're going to go through the training. You'll see once you read through how to do that. But once people
Yeah,
start getting-
I've got a free weekend coming up. I promised to go to summer school this weekend and catch up.
yeah, no, it's fine. But you just want to, because that's how people are going to start following you. That's how you probably became a coach, because you're following somebody on Facebook, or that's how I did
Your
anyway.
whole body's out the window.
No, it's not.
Like, I saw you.
I'm leaning my head against the
So
door and have
I
my
wanted
hand out
to
the
say
window.
something else. I forgot what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, what the heck was it about social media? Posting. Yeah, posting is real. It's a great way for people to start following you. That's just, I can't say enough about posting. That's how I started my business. It was crazy. I mean, you don't even think people are following you, and you're not going to get a lot of likes on fitness and this and that. You will in the beginning, then all of a sudden you're going to think, oh my goodness, nobody's liking my posts, and this, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. Actually, people are watching you, and they're just watching you, and people are out of the woodwork are going to start inboxing you, and it's amazing how it happens. It does. Trust me. It's really, it's really cool. Because in the beginning, people like all your stuff, and then all of a sudden they don't, and you get really, it's like, right, Nadine? Didn't that happen to you?
Yeah, and just recently for me, somebody will message me who wasn't even on my list that I was working with, someone that has never even liked or commented on anything. They'll just be like, all right, so tell me, what is this you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think this person like knew I even existed. Like,
Yeah.
kind of. And someone also recently, who I'd sent a friend request to, I didn't even know who they were. Out of the blue recently, they just sent me a message and said, okay, so can you tell me about your challenge group? You know, what do I have to do? So you just never know who's going to message you.
And the longer you're in the business, I mean, people are starting to reach out to me. Like, I'm getting a lot of referrals and stuff like that too, which is kind of really cool. Like, I became like the Beachbody coach, like the go-to, which is from all my friends. They kind of say, well, I know somebody that could have, if you're looking for 21-day fix, I know somebody. So it's, social media is an amazing tool. It's just, I mean, that's network marketing. That's what we're doing. And that's how you're going to branch out, because you can never touch as many people. Even if you're a personal trainer, you only could touch as many people as you see in a day or in a week or a month or whatever. But in social media, you could touch, I mean, I don't know, you have as many friends as you have, plus when you tag people, all those people, and it's just an amazing tool. Also, did I talk about making your page public? I know some people might have an issue about making it public, and I'm going to explain to you why it's so important to have an open page. And some people are really nervous about it, but you limit your audience when you don't have a public page. You are very limited to only your friends, not your friends. When somebody comments on your stuff, it goes, if you have an open page, it'll go through their friends' stuff too. So it goes through many more people if you have a public page. And a lot of people have different reasons of not going public, and I used to feel the same way, and I understand completely. But the way I understand Facebook now is, if you're private and you're worried about somebody seeing your stuff, if they really want to see your page, they're going to find you. They're going to get on your page through a friend or a friend of a friend. So and you shouldn't be posting anything you don't really want people to see anyway. I mean, some people have like crazy ex-husbands or crazy boyfriends or whatever, but if you really are totally against making it public, you can make the specific post public. There's a little, when you post, you could make it public. It'll say public or private, and you could click on that. So you always could switch that back and forth. So if you're doing a Beachbody post, you could always make it public. Or if you're doing like a transformation post or whatever, a really good post, I would make it public. Does anybody on here are they against public pages? Making their page public? No?
No.
Anybody?
I am making my page public. That's a really good tip with the, like you said, there's like a little side tool to make it public.
Yep.
Like you said, through the ex-boyfriends, people that have children, where you don't post a lot of photos of your children that you don't want everybody to see. That's a really good tip. I like that.
Right. Yeah. If you have, there are people that don't want their children exposed to Facebook and put on Facebook.
Right.
So yeah, that's an option. Absolutely an option to do. You just make it public for that particular post.
Okay.
But you just have to remember to switch it back and forth.
Right.
I actually do that. Like if I'm posting a picture of my daughter making a fruit salad and I'm saying, oh, look, she's learning great behaviors from our new lifestyle. But I'll take it from the back. So it's like the back of her head and I don't use her name and I make it public. However, if I'm on vacation, I'm taking a group picture of my kids and I'm saying, oh, look, here's Jake, Anna, Kate, and Harry, and they're on the beach. I make that private.
Yep.
So anything that has to do with Beachbody or where you can't see my kids' faces or I don't use their names, I'll keep it public. And anything else, I'll keep where it's more specific to them, I'll keep their stuff private.
Yeah. I was a little nervous and my mom used to get on my case about putting the kids up and all that, but now I've gotten over it. But I understand completely where you guys are coming from with children and there's crazy people out there and all that stuff. One more thing before we end the call. I just want to talk about friend requesting new people and to grow your audience. So I always recommend trying to friend request like 5 people a day, new people that you have mutual friends with. So maybe it's, somebody you went to high school with and you go under her friends or his friends. You see friends that you have mutual friends, but then all of a sudden it goes down to where you're friends with this person, but you're not have mutual friends. So we have mutual friends, but you're not friends with that particular person. And then I start friend requesting people that you have to have mutual friends. You can't just friend request random people without any mutual friends in common with them because you could get put into Facebook jail. And I don't know if anybody knows about that, but it's real. And people get put in Facebook jail. So that's why I always say 5 a day. And then when they don't accept, it's part of my power hour. What I do is every day I friend request 5 people. Whoever doesn't accept, I delete them. And then I start forming with the people that did. And then I turn around and friend request 5 more the very next day. And I just keep doing that. And I've grown from 300 friends when I started 2 years ago. And I have like 1,300 friends now or something like that. I don't even know. So it's always good because you don't want to be touching the same people over and over and over because then it's like you become white noise and you're touching the same people. You want a larger audience. That's why we'd say tagging you're always going to tag no matter if you have 2,000 friends, but more so now you want to tag because you probably don't have 1,200 friends. Maybe you do. I don't know. I didn't. So that's part of your power hour. But I just wanted to talk to you about don't go crazy with friend requesting. 5 that you have mutual friends with, and then delete. If I don't know if you guys know how to delete, but do you know how to delete friend requests? You could just kind of go into their name and cancel. There's other ways to do it, but that's probably the easiest way for now to just cancel out. You don't want a lot of hanging out on friend requests because you could get put into Facebook jail, and I would hate for that. Then we revolve our whole business on Facebook, and I would hate for that to happen to you guys. I think that's good for tonight. Does anybody have any questions? Facebook jail?
I don't think so. No.
Does anybody know about Facebook jail?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's real. Especially when
I've known
you're a
people who've
Beachbody
been in
coach.
it.
What's that?
I've known people who've gone to Facebook jail.
Yeah, I do too. They were Beachbody coaches because they went crazy on, friend requesting and they got put in. But anyway, so yeah, guys. So the only thing I'm going to mention, one more thing is when you do your
Started last week, but we missed it.
post in the thread. because it's getting a little crazy. And when we ask you to post a pic, don't post it in our group, post it on your personal page and tag us so we see you did your assignment. And that's really it. Anything else you want to add, Nadine?
No, I think that's, I think we covered everything we wanted to talk about that we went over this week.
Yeah. Okay, so Wild Impact has a team call. It actually started about 4 minutes ago. So I don't know if you guys are familiar. You could go to Wild Impact and go on the same thing you did to get onto this call. And tonight,
You hate Sunday nights. You hate everything.
tonight Shane is going to be doing her Power Hour, how she runs it. It might be really beneficial for you guys to get on there and see how Shane runs her Power Hour. Awesome. I've been, I go on all of those. They're amazing. So you especially being new, you'd want to watch and see how she runs her Power Hour. Okay. So everybody have a great night, and we will see you in the group tomorrow. And
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. And any questions, never hesitate to reach out to us. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ladies. Have a good night.
All right. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, ladies.